it's gonna be crazy slugfest, right? This game is going to be crazy, guys. I can already sense it's either one team dominates or both teams goes for a long slugfest, possibly even 20 minutes until the game ends. But before I ask for your guys' opinions, let's just get straight into the game. We are stoked, so hyped based on the draft. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think is gonna win, Geek Fam or Alter Ego? Put your votes in the comment section down below. Help out your team, support your team, especially with these crazy picks. What do you guys think? You know, put your opinions down in the comments. I'll try to read it while casting. But again, this is insane, as Leo Murphy will be the one playing this Popo. No, playing this Martis actually. Ahmed playing the Popo and Koopa as maybe kind of a damage dealer, as Leo Murphy will be able to get just slaughtered there in the early game. Frieza gets the early lead with the Lunox. But I do want to ask for you guys. Personally, for me, I like Alter Ego. I like crazy drafts, as you know. But for you guys, I'll start with you, Gani. What do you think? But first of all, so much action. Again, Alter Ego. Leo Murphy going in, diving a little bit to the backside. Now Ahmed is going to be a target. Leo Murphy is going to get killed right here. Forced to use the flicker as Dylan also follows it up to this mid lane. It will be a 0-for-0 trade. A little Wanderer has been secured by Geek Fam. But now, want opinions, guys. Gani, Alter Ego, or Geek Fam based on draft?
I gotta be honest with you. From the drafts, I'm leaning towards Geek Fam's draft more. I know they're crazy with the draft, but I think Geek Fam has the upper edge here. They have a more solid and balanced setup here. Rashi, what are your thoughts?
Same. I think logically speaking, Geek Fam has the more standard, the more meta composition. But we're making moves here. But yeah, I think that Alter Ego, funny as it is, as great as a comp looks, I feel like if the fight goes the same way in the previous game, where it's just a big slugfest where everyone's meshed up in the middle, having a lot of fighters has a lot of potential. So I like crazy picks as well. But go ahead, Mirko.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, wait, the flame shot actually survives here. Makes him able to survive for a little bit longer, but Baby, you will be able to secure that first blood right now. Leo Murphy has rotated to the bottom side, but there's nothing much he can do. D-Line will just be able to dash away from there. Alucard is right here. He gets the dash. He's going to jump onto D-Line and get the trade. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. And remember, Alucard scales very well into the late game, whereas Baby you on this oh, wait a minute. Geek Fam has started doing damage everywhere on the map. Will be able to secure the turtle without their jungler. Wow, what a play by Geek Fam, playing on both fronts right now. Getting a 100 gold lead by playing the macro game perfectly. They see the bottom lane. They get the bottom lane. They see that Alter Ego responded with just committing to that bottom side. Let's take the turtle. Let's not go for that as well. This is very smart gameplay coming in from Geek Fam, Gani.
Yeah, what a read there from Geek Fam as Alter Ego. They seem to still be still even right now, but I think with that play, it caught them off guard just a little bit, as again, both teams looking to basically find a fight here, as Alter Ego Esports with their lineup, I think they want to go hard with that hard engage, with their hard engage comp. And Geek Fam with these two assassins, they would like to play things towards the early game, don't you think, Arashi?
Yeah, I think Geek Fam has the strong advantage in the early game just because they have more burst from these assassin type characters. But once we get to the mid game, these fighters are gonna take off, man. So Geek Fam is on a timer here. They need to actually step it up a bit more, I feel like. But again, it's not as easy because Alter Ego understands that. Oh, and play going on.
Yeah, look at this. 3 versus 1 was just too much from Leo Murphy. This tank is a little bit out of position, and Geek Fam manages to punish this guy, Mirko.
Yeah, right now Ren V already rotating to the bottom side with the help of Baby U, just gonna be able to zone Nino away from his own turret, getting the turret gold as much as possible as the top side. Alter Ego is also looking for a trade, but no minion wave to get the turret gold. They will just choose to take some of the jungle creeps right here from the side of Geek Fam, helping out. Oh, look at that. There's a good leash right there from Frieza to help him take that jungle buff, but now forced to use the order to run away, as Silly Boy will just focus on this purple buff. Has to back away as he sees Geek Fam rotating from the bottom side. Even Dylan rotating here to contest the second turtle, Gani.
Yes, a smart play as he already clears his wave right now, though. I think the second turtle will be comfortably secured by Geek Fam, but I think Alter Ego will definitely contest this one, as Geek Fam is already ready with 5 members. Leo Murphy trying to open the war, but nothing too fancy just yet, as yes, turtle will be claimed by Hayabusa, but war has been opened. Silly Boy comes in, targeting Renvi. Will he go down? No, he still uses the flicker to survive as Geek Fam disengages from the team fight. Mirko.
Yes, but on the other side of the map, Gani, at least it seems like even though Alter Ego weren't able to get anything done into that turtle pit, Alter Ego has had a very good bottom side here. Kagura has been getting solo gold in that bottom side, will be able to do a lot of damage once he gets out of laning phase, but now Alter Ego has also pushed up the mid and top side, so technically, even when Geek Fam won that trade, they got the turtle buff. It doesn't really matter because Alter Ego were able to trade everything back. The gold lead is only 200 for the side of Geek Fam right now, Rashi.
Yeah, I was about to say, even if they're on the back foot, again, the wave management, the wave control, very clean from Alter Ego, and they. Yeah, it's a big play from Geek, obviously playing for the turtle, but here's a play going out.
Of course, Leo Murphy. I think Leo Murphy will get caught out, but I think it's too aggressive right now. Sally Boy trying to give out damage, but Leo Murphy will get taken down by Frieza here in the mid lane. They still want more Renvi opening up towards Ahmed, but Ahmed still too slick with that flicker. But Sally Boy got 1v4 situation right, baby target, but I think Sally Boy gets bursted down by 4 members, and again, he will go down here, Mirko.
Yes, he got bursted down like crazy right there. Last Insanity, they just did not respect Geek Fam at all in there. They should know the strengths of their team, right? Alucard is kind of a scaling hero. He doesn't do too well in the early game. He gets bursted very, very well. As Baby now uses the Shadow Kill onto Nino. That's a single target ability. And now, look at that. The triple shot will be able to get him right here, as it will just be traded back. But it is the tank getting the kill. This is not something you want to see a lot of, Leo Murphy gets 1 kill, but at what cost? It is Nino dying for the 2nd time this game. He will be very, very behind against the Saber in the bottom lane. I think it's going to be a very tough game for Alter Ego if they continue to play at this pace, as the turtle has spawned for the 3rd time this game, as you can see from the turtle cam, brought to you by Livin by Mandiri Gani.
Yes, both teams slowing down their tempo as Hayabusa looks to initiate this second turtle rather. And I think right now Alter Ego, they just want to compensate and trade turtle for turret. Right now D-Lan is the target and the turret. Oh, turret gets caught.
Whoa.
And of course D-Lan will be the only casualty from that fight here, Mirko.
Yeah, you're right, but look at that. Pi goes for the I'm Offended onto Renvi, still able to dodge a lot of abilities right there as Alter Ego has rotated back to the mid lane. Nothing left to do though. Geek Fam will be able to trade the bottom side turret for the top tier 1 right there, as Baby U gets a little bit of gold as well from the jungle creeps. Both junglers are at level 10. Sally Boy has been taking a lot of damage onto this turret right here, as it is taken very, very low. Sally Boy is forced to run away, and they will be able to secure the defense on the top side as well. Both teams are playing the macro game very, very well, but Geek Fam has a slight advantage here, as they will be able to get a lot of damage done into the early game. Into the mid lane turret right here. Pi gonna go in very, very aggressively with the help of that I'm Offended not yet used. He's still gonna be able to stun away. It looks like this is the calm before the storm. The team fight will soon happen, and it will be the detrimental factor to this game, guys. Whoever gets this team fight will start to snowball, and that will be the end of it. Gani.
Yes, I agree. And look at this, Ahmed, Baby U rather, already trying to find an opening, doesn't connect just yet, as Geek Fam and Alter Ego clumps up in the middle, trying to find wars, trying to find openings, as both junglers securing their purple buff right now. But look at Lightning Truncheon has been secured by Nino, so I think it will give additional magic damage in the next team fight here. Rashi, any thoughts?
I think it's funny how both teams right now, actually, I feel like they both lack catch. And so whenever a fight breaks out, it's always when both teams have something to lose. And it's always a question of whether you should be the first engager or should you counter-engage, because there's a very limited amount of crowd control coming from both sides. And if both sides have already done the initial dive, it's very easy for them to get counter-engaged on from both teams, with Pi, with the I'm Offended from the Ruby, as well as Adam's Last Insanity. And so this is a bit of an opposite from the previous game, where the first get to aggress generally doesn't do that well.
Yeah, you're right. And Leo Murphy now trying to play aggressively as the wall comes in. Baby U's looking for a shadow kill all the way to 3 people, but there is a Koopa right there. He has to be forced to back away right there, as the Yin Yang overturn has been popped. It is 3 ultimates burnt for the side of Alter Ego Esports. Do not have a lot of resources to fight this. Adam still has the Last Insanity. Frieza still has that ultimate. Pi will look for a gank, but it will not be enough. The I'm Offended will not connect to anyone right here, as they are playing this perfectly. Leo Murphy goes to the backside once again. A Baby is right there to start doing a lot of damage. Pi gets pulled back. Last Insanity being used. The turtle has been stolen by Alter Ego Esports. They're looking for more right here as Alter Ego pushing the pace, going in. Boy gets a double kill right here onto there. He's looking for more, looking for a triple kill as Adam's gonna be the target right now. Dashing in front. Adam's still trying to kite away as Boy will be forced to back away with the help of Renvi right now. The burn comes in, and on the other side, Baby U will have his ultimate very, very fast, but Leo Murphy already zoning him away. It looks like Geek Fam wants to re-engage onto Boy, but it's gonna be very, very hard for Geek Fam. Wait a minute, Leo Murphy gets taken down. Boy trying to look for a trade, but Shadow Kill is amazing right there. Boy will be taken down. It's gonna be a trade, but look at the immortality. Geek Fam get the team fight, but Alter Ego get the objectives. My goodness, a trade. I told you, either a slugfest or either complete domination. It seems we're going to look for, it seems we're gonna get the slugfest, boys.
What a play, and I think Boy and Leo Murphy was practically trapped right there. Could not really go anywhere, and Geek Fam realizes that, and as they right now look to pressure this mid turret and Alter Ego, what are the answers here for Alter Ego? What are the winning conditions here, Rashi? As Geek Fam still invading, still giving pressure. Look at this, Baby U. 4 members from Geek Fam already just trying to secure that purple buff, but yes, looking at the real-time win probability, Rashi, it's leaning towards Geek Fam. Do you agree with this? And what are the winning conditions for Alter Ego?
For sure, I think Geek Fam has the advantage as far as our area of effect damage goes, and we have seen how that could play a big part in the previous game, and now action's about to brew again. I'm about to say that I don't really have much time to talk because the game's going to be so back and forth, but here we go, Mirko. I think a fight is about to break out very, very soon here.
Yeah, well, your prediction was wrong, Arashi. No fight for you, buddy. Alter Ego. Oh, technically, you're kind of right here. Geek Fam, it's a bit of a skirmish. You know, it's a bit of a skirmish, but in the top side as well, Baby U goes in very, very aggressively onto Leo Murphy, dealing a lot of damage with the Quad Shadow and the Shurikens right here. Both teams just poking each other down, trying to play the macro game, waiting for the Lord to spawn. But both teams right now kind of just trading pressure on every single side of the map. Alter Ego gets the mid lane, whereas Geek Fam gets the top side. It is just constant pressure war right here as we enter into the 12th minute, getting into that Lord enhanced. Most probably both teams will be waiting for that enhanced Lord to spawn before they try to take it down. Gani.
Yes, indeed, and we can see here Lord has spawned. Geek Fam has it early initiative, and Alter Ego, will they contest this one? Will they look for a team fight? Which team will make the first mistake is the question, as well as Lord has been quite chunked up to half HP. Last Insanity has been popped. Spy is the frontliner. Oh, look at the time offended, but the damage from Alter Ego is just too huge. 2 members, including Baby U, will be the casualty as Alter Ego looks to extend their space here, even though the Lord heads towards a Geek Fam here, Mirko.
Yeah, they get the lore, but in my honest opinion, that was not worth it at all. Geek Fam could have played that way better right there. They didn't have pressure all across the map, and they just forced that, you know? Every lane was equal in terms of minion waves and in terms of pressure, and they still took that lord. It felt very, very desperate for a team who was actually winning at that point, you know? Geek Fam right now, because of that, they might just become... They can come back from this. Alter Ego, look at Sully Boy, level 15 to Baby U's level 14. They're not going to be able to get anything, as you can see from the gold, even though Geek Fam has a slight gold advantage, 28 gold advantage right there, but Selly Boy still has this advantage in overall. You know, he has the most gold in the game, 9,000 gold, 500 more than Baby U, and again, Alucard scales into the late game. Geek Fam will not be able to try to do a lot of damage here in the late game, especially with the compositions coming in. Saber falls off, X-Borg kind of falls off, and plus you got an assassin in the jungle like Hayabusa, whereas it is just a scaling hero for the side of Alter Ego. Alucard does wonders in the late game, Rashi, but tell me right now how the game is going. Just now we saw the win probability. It was leading more towards Geek Fam, but as we saw the team fight happen, Alter Ego seems to have gotten back that edge.
So here's what I think, right? I think Geek, as predicted, has put a huge emphasis on getting the turtles. And so, what Alter Ego is doing is they let Geek take control of the turtle pit. Sure, go ahead. And then they go for the wave management, the wave priority, and they push waves out, and then they get there late. And most of the times, they do get the turtle taken away from them. But the key problem is when they come there on time, when the turtle is still contested, as you mentioned earlier, Geek seems very desperate to try and get this turtle. They use a lot of resources. They used the last Insanity. They all just went deep to try and secure the turtle as well as possible. But in exchange, a lot of the stuff that they use are thrown at the turtle, not at Alter Ego. And Alter Ego, realizing that fact, just hops on them immediately after the turtle goes down, and they're able to actually win most of the fights, I think, because of this. And once they do win these fights, they are able to actually get more objectives. We saw again after that fight, they got another turret because they already pushed out the waves beforehand. So it's very smart from Alter Ego, Mirko.
Yeah, you're right. And this is one of the glaring mistakes coming in from Geek Fam. Same thing that I said about Alter Ego Esports. Geek Fam, they always force objectives without getting pressure first. That's exactly what happened to them yesterday against Araki Hoshi. That's why Araki Hoshi was able to get a wipe out 3 times in a row. But now Adam gets caught quite in a bit of a pickle right there. Unfortunately for Alter Ego, though, he still has a Lance Insanity to go out. It is a resource burnt, but he will be able to stay alive for now. 200 gold lead for the side of Geek Fam. A very, very close game as we enter the 14th minute right here. Lord will be spawning soon, but both teams need to get pressure before they ever start to look for these team fights, especially for Geek Fam, because they have very strong side laners. They got the X-Borg, they got the Saber, they got the Hayabusa, very good split push potential, but they're just not using it effectively, Gani.
Yes, I agree. And impatient is the word for Geek Fam. I think they just got too impatient with their lead, and slowly their rhythm is just they're slowly losing their rhythm right now. As Geek Fam opening more a top side, Immortal has been possible, but Pi still manages to survive here somehow. Baby you opening Shadow Kill, but Nino and Saliboy is the target. But I think Nino managed to burst down Hayabusa instead right now, even though gets traded back by Ahmed. I think it's still favorable trade towards Alter Ego here, Miracle.
It is a very favorable trade for Geek Fam right there. Getting getting 1 member for 1. It is very good for both teams. Technically only 1 for 1, but Geek Fam managed to push everyone from Alter Ego away from their own base. This is going to be very, very good for them, especially if we take a look at the items, but unfortunately, we won't have time for that. Leo Murphy gets taken down as a triple shot onto Saliboy, but again, this is a late game. Saliboy goes in 1v4, going in, a lot of damage and a lot of lifesteal, but Last Insanity will finally take him down. Immortality has been popped. Saliboy still alive, will finally fall down as Leo Murphy is going to be the next target. Nino goes in with a yin and overturn, not going to be able to take him down. It is going to be 2 members taken down, but Immortality is still there. Adam will still be able to live this one as Baby U respawns. Nino has to back away. Another 2-for-2 trade. Both teams just trading equally for the past 15 minutes, and I am stoked. What is going to happen in 40 seconds when the Lord finally spawns? Whoever gets the Lord may win the game, because this might be the game-ending team fight. Alter Ego playing very, very aggressively onto the jungle of Geek Fam, since they know Baby U can't do much as he is in the bottom side. Purple buff will be stolen, but is it worth the tier 2 tower in the bottom side? Armor Fender being used onto Ren V, still able to run away for now, but he's gonna get bursted down. Oh my goodness! The damage from Nino right here. Ren V just doesn't have enough magic defense to defend that damage, but the tier 2 turret has been traded in the bottom side for that kill. Alter Ego will have pressure for this turtle without the frontliner of Geek Fam though. Gani.
Ooh, what a fight there from both teams, showing again their coordination. And Nino, props to Nino, even though Saliboy gets taken down, but he knows he can finish up a member or 2 earlier, as Lord has spawned right now. Saliboy looking really confident already starting this Lord right now, Mirko. And Arashi, any thoughts what will happen in the next 20 seconds?
I think that when they pull back like this, it's because pause comes in conveniently for me to start talking.
Conveniently
but
for you to tell us what's happening, Arashi.
I think the
please
team
tell
that
us.
actually commits
Sorry,
to the objective, surprisingly, will actually be at this advantage, because as we've seen, when their resource goes into the lore, the turtle, the whatever, the other team has an opportunity, a small window where they actually have the advantage. So I think Alter Ego backs off from the Lord, knowing that that is the case. And again, if Geek Fam falls for this trap and focuses on the Lord more than actually winning the fights first, I think Alter Ego will have a big edge in the next team fight. But again, obviously this is the highest level. Geek Fam might already have a solution ready, Mirko.
This is a bonkers game right now as we get into the third pause. I think, technically, There is a connection issue. They have the right, all right, guys. They have the right to pause the game whether if they're having connection issues, and this is something that they need to do. No one wants a game where two people disconnect, right? We're just gonna have to be patient with the players right now. Technically, if we take a look at the game, it is very, very even. I don't know who has the edge because sure, Alucard scales very well into the late game, but Lunox does too. And some people might argue that Lunox may even scale better into the late game, especially against the composition with a lot of tanks right there, right? She does a lot of percentage health damage, and she might just be able to melt all the tanks, all the front lines from the side of Alter Ego. So at this point, it is just a skill matchup for both teams as we enter into the late game. 20 minutes in to the game, almost. We're entering like the 15th, 16th minute. This is just crazy, guys. If we take a look at the head-to-head for the junglers, Arashi, the snack video head-to-head, Sellyboy has a huge lead against Baby U, who only has an average KDA of 1.8%. Sellyboy has 6.3%, but it is right now, even with this crazy statistic gap, Alter Ego is taking very, very long to get rid of Geek Fam right now, Arashi.
Yeah, you have to question maybe the pick on the Martis. I feel like it hasn't been as impactful as some of us might have hoped. So you gotta question why that pick came out in the first place. We figured that Alter Ego, being the smart players that they are, have a secret plan. But so far we haven't really seen such an impactful aforementioned plan. So interesting.
But Goni, tell us what's going on. It is looking like the Lord has been started, Goni.
But I think they need to be careful right now because remember last time they initiated Lord, it was just useless basically, and I think Geek Fam needs to be aware of that, and he needs to realize to give pressure to maybe open the team fight first and make sure that they win that team fight before even initiating Lord. But we can see here Renvi opening wild charge, gets bursted down gets quite low, but last Insanity onto 3 people will take down Pi, and look at this, Dylan backside got caught. Sellyboy quite comfortable though. 1 HP with Immortal popping for him unfortunately, but Adam with Leo Murphy's help gets taken down here, Mirko.
Yeah, he gets taken down. Renvi's gonna be the next target. Leo Murphy finally showing what this Martis pick can really do. He's gonna keep on chasing Renvi, taken very, very low, 1 HP, but the Tastas coming in with the Evo's Legend sticker as well. He's disrespecting 2 teams at the same time, man. This is the god of taunting right here, alright? Alter Ego, Leo Murphy, 13 and 12. 700 gold lead in the late game with a 3-for-2 trade. Samsung Galaxy A-Series replay. Take a look at it, Arashi. Tell me what you can tell. Tell me what you can say about the last team.
From the last Insanity bursting huge amount of people, and now it looks like Alter Ego's on the back foot, but as you mentioned, Leo Murphy just stepping it up and being a huge presence in the front. I guess he heard me talk about his Martis, and he wants to prove me wrong, so, apologies, my man. Props to you.
He literally just, he paused the game to listen to your analysis, and then he said, dude, this guy's talking mad smack, man. I'm gonna have to show him his place. I'm gonna show him how to get kills on a Martis tank right there. This is, technically, this is what he has to be doing in ever since the early game, but unfortunately, he just didn't have enough space, and there's just so much damage output from the side of Geek Fam that he wasn't able to do this in the early game. Now that he has a lot of tanky items, his base damage will shine through. What's good about Martis is he has very high base damage and anti-CC, so he can just dive into the back line. If he has all the items like we see here, the anti-Quirus, the Athena Shield, and Immortality, it will be very hard to get him, and he'll do tons of damage, Arashi.
Yep, and I want to draw attention to his Twilight armor because now, him being in the front, him taking a bunch of damage, he'll be able to actually disperse the damage into the rest of the roster of Geek Fam. And so it's a very smart pick of choice. And here Nino is getting chased down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut you right there, Arashi. As Sellyboy will just go in. Winter Truncheon has been used to bait him now, but Nino has been popped right now. Sellyboy's gonna get taken down. There's gonna be a turnaround for Geek Fam right now. No core, no Nino. It is both of the core members shut down. Dylan's trying to run away. He's gonna finally get taken down by Pi, but a double kill has been picked by Baby U. This is a disaster for Geek Fam. No, for Alter Ego, my bad. 3 members for the price of 1 as Baby U and team will try to go for this Lord. But guys, never count Pi out. He did it in the first game. Will he be able to do it on Ruby? It seems like it will not happen again. Lord will be taken down by Geek Fam. They're now looking towards Pi. Pi in a 1v3 situation once again. Now the last Insanity will do true damage. He's gonna get taken very low. He's gonna get taken down. Immortality has been popped finally now. Trying to respawn, trying to secure the sustain. Leo Murphy trying all he can to try to save the game, but he's gonna get popped. He's gonna get slain, and Geek Fam takes the game and takes the Lord. A killing spree here for Baby U in the 20th minute, finally securing the 3,000 gold lead, Gani.
Oh, Geek Fam showing a great coordination during last team fight. Some mistake there from Nino, which they capitalized on that mistake. And we can see here the Lord Force, the final push. Maybe if Geek Fam played their card right, and we can see here Baby U gets a little bit too aggressive, even though he has Immortal. But I think this will be the game-ending push right now. Geek Fam looking for the base, looking for the turret. Last Insanity will go pop, but Ahmed still survives. But I think they will mainly focus on the base as Selly Boy goes down, and Geek Fam takes game number 2. Alter Ego, bye-bye.
This is insane, guys. All right, Geek Fam managed to get their first game in MPL Season 8 against their quote-unquote big brothers here, Alter Ego, guys. My goodness gracious. As you can see, all these players are super hyped after that game. That was a beautiful performance by both teams, but in the end, Geek Fam performed slightly better in the late game, getting a good team fight, getting a good pick off onto Selly Boy and Nino. I think a lot of that happened because of Nino getting over. Look at the fans, they're so happy right here. The underdog story is real, guys. The upset victory for the side of Geek Fam, taking down the tournament favorites here in MPL Season 8, Alter Ego. I'm going to talk about MPL Season